morning.
Russians always understood throughout their history, and this is something we do not understand in the West. Territory is only valuable, that is, ground is only valuable insofar as it gives you an operational or tactical military advantage. Otherwise, you drive over it or you fly over it. It has no value. So that's why they have succeeded over centuries, falling back over vast distances, compelling their adversary to follow them, to come to grips with them. It's worked. And in this case, they saw that the leadership in Kiev and the leadership in Washington was, frankly, stubborn, stupid, backward, and would expend itself in pointless attacks on an effective strategic defense. And it's worked. Right. If you go, one last comment, Europeans need to understand this. If you go back to World War I, look at the so-called Eastern Front between Imperial Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Tsarist Russia. There's very little movement. And what do the Germans do? The Germans in the north advance to the Baltic littoral, essentially take the Baltic littoral and quote unquote liberate it from the Russians, although they were not hopelessly oppressed by the Tsar by any means. And then overrun Poland just east of Warsaw. And this line then stretches down to the Carpathians and takes in much of the end of Western Ukraine and Galicia. Now, that's where they stayed. That's it. Yeah. Because they knew there was nothing out there but endless territory, miles of nothing.
And with this in mind,
you don't win wars by squandering your resources as Hitler did in 1941, 42, 43, and then ultimately 44. That's not how you win wars. Russians understood that. They learned it the hard way in World War I when they expended themselves against the Germans.